morning, everybody. It is Thursday, I believe August 25th, but I could be mistaken. I'm running to meet Mr. Bo to look at a drainage project. We're starting next week, the week this airs, I believe. I normally actually haven't had this many site visits in a while. This week just kind of ended up that way. Generally, I can hand these guys a pretty crappy sketch, and they'll make magic happen, or a good set of plans, and they'll make magic happen. We're gonna walk through this drainage project here, and I'm just gonna run through a few points with Bo, some things that are really important with this job, make sure it happens, and then go from there. So here we go. Follow along for the day. Good morning, folks. Here on site, and we're checking out next week's project. Bo and I did a walkthrough here. That's Mr. Bo to you. And we're doing a drainage project here. Bo, they've got dogs, by the way, so we got
I can see that.
two gates. Yeah.
The horse door.
Yeah, yeah, right. So lots of drainage problems here. We'll walk through this. But we're gonna do a catch basin, small catch basin here. We're redoing all the downspouts on this place. We're gonna be redoing landscaping too. So we're running new downspouts. We're running them all down through here. There's gonna be tremendous damage to these poor locust trees, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. We're gonna set in a new big commercial grade catch basin here and we're on all new downspout lines, which they had new downspouts and gutters installed, but their basement flooded with water that overwhelmed those little things there. And then also their downspouts weren't functioning properly, but we're gonna tie all those in and then run a new tie it all into a 10-inch drain line and run it out and daylight it out through here. So the goal is to mitigate this situation from happening again. We can't guarantee that, of course, because we can't control nature exactly, but what we can control, we do believe, is the surface drainage in this project. So there's a natural draw or swale, whatever you want to call it, down through here. We're gonna put in a big commercial grade catch basin, 10-inch pipe out of here. We're gonna bank this up a little bit more to make sure water somehow doesn't, overrun that. Double check or correct some grading stuff in that area. Again, we're gonna do a ton of damage to these poor locust trees, which is a shame because they're a great filtered shade, but not flooding the basement is more of a priority. So yeah, that's that. So that's our job. That starts Monday. We'll be doing some videos on that, and we'll go from there. Us doing some maintenance out here, and that is definitely something we're going to do. So get ahead of this place, get straightened up. It's under new ownership. Hey, it's Thursday still. Britt and I she's reviewing company handbook stuff, which will be for sale. We just had it reviewed by an HR firm. But it's going to be that much better at the hardscapeacademy.com. Check that out there for sale. What do we charge for it? I forget.
Like $349.
Yeah, it's an amazing value. It's going to go up though because we had to pay a lot of money.
But they just filled in all the missing blanks. And
yeah, it's 40 pages now.
Discrimination stuff. And
it's super complete. So Britt's been reading through that. I'm going to look through it, make sure it's stuff that fits our company. But if you already bought it, you get the upgrade for free because that's value at Hardscape Academy. And then if you want to buy it, it's probably going to be like $4.99 moving forward, but it's super worth it. 40 pages complete now. I still recommend you have it looked over by an attorney in your state, just to make sure it's applicable in your state. But the bulk of it is there. You spend $300 on an attorney, and you have a legitimate manual for your company.
You really can't afford to not have it.
And it is saved. Let's do a YouTube video and a podcast on that. Let's podcast on that today. So, folks, that being said, Britt and I are looking at a project up here in Buckeye Lake. Her and I went to lunch, looked at a couple commercial projects in town, and all that will show you. Hey, folks, I have not done a great job of vlogging today. Britt and I went and looked at a couple projects. I got a lot of estimates to write up now. I need to buckle down and get that done. Hopefully Friday morning, that's what I'm going to spend time doing. The guys wrapped up the drainage project. You'll see some footage of that. Nice French drain and swale grade correction job. Tomorrow, one of the guys is coming in on OT because we work 4 10-hour days. So one of the guys is coming in, and we're going to go through a bunch of stuff, and we're going to, this got installed wrong, but we were able to salvage it because his fittings are so expensive. The guys were smart enough to save the stubs there, and so we can still couple back onto it. Like this expensive assembly here, I mean, my gosh, that's probably $7 or $8. That's 10 or 11. That's again probably $4 or $5, and that cap and plug for the clean out. I don't even, you know what, I just say 7, even let's just say 7 on average. 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, like $40 in material there. Pretty crazy. I want to show you the inside of the building. The offices got framed up pretty much entirely today. I gotta get the alarm system here first. So that company, it's Eversole here back in Fairfield County, but they got all of the joists up here, and it's a little thing. You wouldn't think this would be a big deal, but they cut the sill or bottom plate there, so like we can step through here. And but anyways, man, it really is taking shape. We meet with a drywall guy on Monday and talk about drywalling. We gotta run a lot of electricity. Got an estimate from our plumber. Yeah, it's moving ahead here, so it's incredibly exciting. So that's what's up here today. Otherwise, tomorrow, Friday, like I said, Keith is coming in. We've got a huge punch list of items here that needs handled here at the shop, and a couple outside things, but we're gonna run through a whole list of things here tomorrow to get done. And yeah, so that'll be that. So we're gonna shut that down. I'll show you out front here. I guess this door's gotta be shut. Turn on the alarm. Alarm.com done a nice job for us protecting the place. Yeah, other than that, I think that's it. So here we are closing down the night. I'll show you out front what we got done, at least in the daylight. Then tomorrow and this weekend, I plan on trying to wrap up our front ditch project, but Mr. Keith is gonna get all this cleaned up, I hope, tomorrow. This has been open to seal those up. We gotta put repair mortar or hydraulic cement around all those 2 pipe fittings there for our storm water collection. So hopefully get that buried. Just so many odds and ends here, it's absurd. So we're gonna go for it. But here's what we got wrapped up last night in the dark. I think I put some video up of it. I may be mistaken, but I was hoping to get to this tonight, but ended up shooting a bunch of promotional content for the hardscapeacademy.com instead. But it's been a big week. Been going really hard this week. So again, like we were saying, just making sure we get all that 57 around the bottom of the pipe there and up to the spring line if we can. Green stripe vertical, that's ideal. And that piece isn't butted in yet. We need to do that, but yeah, so hopefully I'll try to get a bunch of dirt moved this weekend, and while it's dry and not giving us any fits. So, but the place is looking beautiful. Britt and her mom did a really nice job on that front veneer or whatever, and it's coming along really well. So hopefully we'll get this filled in tomorrow, over the weekend, work on electric, get that done. Lots and lots, always lots to do. And as I say, around my house or here, there's never nothing to do. That's the truth. Good night from Fairfield County.
Currently, it's been ingrained on us for about 10 to 15 years or more. Nobody's worried about job security. I don't think really very many people care about that anymore. So I think it's all about financial reward and time. And by the way, you could even tie that to, doesn't have to be about money. You got guys that like time off and even paid PTO, paid time off. Maybe you link it to that. Like, hey, every one of these upsells you create, I'll give you a couple hours PTO, and you can log that. Now you have to track that stuff and you got to pay attention to it, but figure out what motivates your people. That's what's going to get you going. And like I said, we've got one of our guys that loves having 3-day weekends. I mean, just loves having 3-day weekends, just lives for it. And so he works his tail off Monday through Thursday to make sure. I mean, he's pulled some late Wednesdays, some late Thursdays, just to make sure. And especially if he knows rain's coming Thursday, he's going to work some crazy hours Tuesday, Wednesday to make sure he's got Friday off. And that's motivating to him. And that's really cool.